my scariest call as a police officer. So, it was probably like was it my first year off probation? I think it was my first year off probation. So, there's a guy, he's trying to carjack an old lady in the middle of the road. At the same time as he's doing that, an officer pulls up into that intersection. When the officer pulls up to that intersection, the officer doesn't know what's going on. He's just at the intersection, but the guy takes off running. So he sees the guy running from the intersection, and then the woman, the elderly lady, gets out of her car, and she's like, he just tried to take my car. So the guy's running like southbound from that area. He runs through a gas station parking lot. There's a neighborhood behind that, and he runs into that neighborhood. So the officer is following him on foot, chasing him on foot. Left his car there, got out the car, chased him on foot. The guy's still running. He finds a neighborhood just south of the location. So he gets in the neighborhood, like a housing addition. He finds, I don't know if the house was unlocked or if it was locked and he saw the people coming out, but he runs in his house and now he has hostages. I think it was a mother and 2 kids or 3 kids. It may have been 2 boys and a girl. But he runs in there. He has a gun, and he has his family now in the house. So the officer calls for more cars. We get the house, house or apartment, whatever it is. We get it surrounded. Now it's surrounded. You can see the guy going to the front window and to the back patio door to try to see if he can find a way out. He can't find a way out, so he sees all the police officers out there. So we're on the PA system, giving him commands to come out, put his hands up, come out, put the weapon down. But he's not doing it. And I guess the family got a hold of the phone and called and said that there's somebody in their house with a gun, but we were already outside, so we already kind of knew the gist of the situation. So we have it surrounded. I'm one of the officers who are in the back of the house, so I see the guy coming upstairs and downstairs to the back patio window and then the back window of one of the bedrooms, whatever room was upstairs. So we still have it surrounded. Everyone has handguns. There's a few officers with rifles. But this guy was armed with what I believe at the time was a handgun. We didn't know exactly what kind of gun he had, but we knew he had a gun. So he's in there, the family's in there, and we're outside maybe 20-30 minutes waiting on SWAT to get there. As SWAT is pulling up, the family that he had in there hostage, somehow, I guess he wasn't paying attention or whatever, but they jumped out of their second floor window onto the roof and ran over to an area where we had officers that assisted them off the roof because it wasn't too high. They helped get him down. So they got him down, so now it's just a guy in there. So now SWAT shows up and they give him commands, tell him whatever, we're gonna come in. If you don't come out, well, another 10-15 minutes goes by, he comes out. But that was my scariest run for me because he had hostages. He had a whole family in there held hostage that he could have did anything to. Luckily, he wasn't smart and he wasn't paying attention, so they were able to get away. But as long as I've been on the job, that's probably one of the scariest things that I've been scared for someone else. Not so much myself, because I wasn't really too much scared for myself because he wasn't paying attention so much to the officers as he was to watching his family inside the house or trying to get away from us. But it could have been bad for that family, so that was kind of one of my more nervous runs to be on. So if y'all want to hear more stories like this, or y'all got any questions that y'all want to ask a police officer, let me know and I'll see if I can do a video on it or respond to y'all in the comments. So thank y'all for tuning in.